that is due to the fact that I have what is called Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a form of cancer. Welcome back to the One Shot Movie Podcast. I'm your host, Vincent.
And I'm Johnny. Welcome back. This is a kind of different video than you guys are probably used to. We haven't really been around for a little while, so we figured we'd upload some sort of video for a little bit of an explanation. So I'll let Vinny take it away.
So this is just kind of like an update video on why we haven't posted in the past 3 months. I looked today. It's been 3 months since our last episode. I personally have gotten some unfortunate news. So you couldn't really tell, honestly, in the episodes. You may actually have been able to tell in the most previous episode. There was towards the end, I was starting to get very tired, and you could probably see it in my eyes, and you might have been able to see me shiver a little bit. Unfortunately, that is due to the fact that I have what is called Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a form of cancer. The good thing about it, though, is it's 98% curable. I have started my chemotherapy. I just finished my 3rd round, and I am feeling so much better. And you might not be able to tell as much, but I did lose a ton of weight due to this.
Yeah.
John saw me when I was still I hadn't had any rounds, or I had
you
my
look
first
like a ghost.
Yeah, or I had my first round of
pale.
chemo, and I was very pale. I lost so much weight, and you could see it in my face. Like, you could literally see my entire jawline. It was
weird. It was very different than what we're used to. So we knew something was up.
So which is weird. I'm not big on sharing how much I weighed, but now that I've lost so much, I mean, and I am gaining it back now. But I started the summer when I started getting sick at 260 pounds. The last time I got weighed at the doctor's office, before starting any treatment or anything, I went down to 199. So I lost, just let's say, 60 pounds.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
For me, what really happened was in August, just kind of out of nowhere, I started getting sick every few weeks. I started waking up in the middle of the night and I had to throw up, and it was just very random. And then I would also wake up in the middle of the night and get night sweats, and then after the night sweats I would get shivers, which were uncontrollable. I would have 5 blankets on me, wouldn't really be doing anything, and nothing was working. I refused to go to the doctor just because I don't like going to the doctor. Nobody does. My parents and my girlfriend were like, all right, this is out of hand, like, you have to go. So they forced me. I set up a doctor's appointment. Unfortunately, I didn't find out my actual diagnosis until January, until I went to a actual cancer doctor. It was suspected that I had lymphoma after I got one of the MRIs, but it wasn't confirmed. But after going to the cancer doctor in January, I think it was January 9th, the day I got my diagnosis. And the thing is yes, there were a lot of emotions, but because we heard that it was lymphoma beforehand, there weren't too many, because we kind of already dealt with the fact that, we were hoping for the fact, obviously, that it wasn't.
Yeah, obviously,
but, yeah. We already dealt with the emotions about having it, so it wasn't like too bad.
Hmm.
The biggest thing for me was the doctor said, "You are going to lose your hair. It is a fact. It's going to happen." And I'll even show everybody. So it's weird seeing myself on camera with it
Hmm.
for the first time. Um, but the thing is I buzzed it, and my girlfriend, she did it, funny enough, but it was kind of her way of coping with a lot of this too. It's a good way to cope with it. But
Definitely.
she gave me um the good understanding and the way to look at it, as in, you buzzed your hair, you just got a haircut, cancer didn't take away your hair.
Yeah.
And obviously, if it is gonna fall out, it's gonna fall out. If I take a shower and more comes out, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We've dealt with the fact of me losing my hair. They said everything's gone. Beard, head. They said I could lose my eyebrows. They said I could lose my eyelashes, which eyelashes kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, you don't really think of it that way.
Not
It's
at
definitely
all.
strange.
And they're like, you should probably get some eye drops, because with your eyelashes, obviously can't really stop anything from getting into your eye.
Yeah.
Which honestly was kind of like, oh shit, I'm gonna lose my eyelashes? That's a weird one.
Yeah.
I didn't think eyebrows either, honestly.
Hmm.
Um, I've been learning a bit more about everything, but um, John can even tell you I seem a lot better, and I'm talking better. I have more energy. I'm not pale. I have more color in my
Yeah.
fit.
Oh
I
my
have,
God, dude, you looked like a freaking ghost. It was insane.
I
Like
know.
straight up, like super, super pale. Now
Dude,
at
there
least
were
you have
times I
some of
would
that
look in the mirror and
back.
I'd be like, what am I?
Yeah, I know.
Like, it was
Yeah.
just it was very strange. Um,
Yeah.
my numbers are doing well, my blood work numbers for everything.
Hmm.
Um, and the doctor has already set up another, it's called a PET scan, like PET.
Hmm.
Um, and that is it's like a full body scan, but it's more for it's more for cancer, to show where everything is and how
Yeah.
everything is um reacting, and you know what's on my organs,
Yeah.
because that's what I'm assuming lymphoma is a bunch of lymph nodes on my organs. And don't quote me on this, I didn't really look it up, and also they explained it, but like they didn't,
They didn't
they
describe
just,
it, and then they didn't dumb it down essentially so we can all understand it.
right.
Yeah.
And the thing was, I have to give credit to my doctor. He's been great. Literally, as soon as he said I have, lymphoma, he was like, "Okay, we're starting treatment in 2 weeks, but next week I need you to just get this, and this done."
Yeah.
Um, Also, I had a treatment. Wasn't fun. Did you hear? Yeah, did I tell you about the bone marrow?
I don't think you did. Maybe you might have. I'm not 100% sure. What was that one?
That was terrible. So they go in, or at least they went in my lower back.
Hmm.
They can give you lidocaine, but they're digging your bone,
Hmm.
so they can't numb your bone.
Yeah.
That was probably the most painful thing I have
Really?
ever come across.
Yeah, I don't think you told me about that one.
It was horrible. They're like they're like, "Oh, you're just gonna feel some pressure," and I'm like, "Oh, am I now?"
Some
So
pressure?
they're so so they're like going in, and
Hmm.
like I don't feel it. They gave me the first shot of lidocaine. They
Yeah.
they numbed me. So they go in, and they're like, "Oh, you feel the pressure?" And I did. It wasn't like bad. I felt, the pressure of them doing it, and I was like, okay, not bad, not bad. And then she comes out the second time, like
Mm.
she pulls the needle out the second time, and the thing that was just weird is like I felt the blood drip down my
Ooh.
back from, yeah, which I know some people might get a little, but and then she goes in the second time with the needle. Holy fucking shit. You should have saw the pillow. Like the pillow had like a cover on it, like one
Yeah.
of those paper covers. It looked like a cat fucking like
Tore that
was
shit
like
up.
clawing at it.
Yeah.
Like there was one part where I literally screamed out loud and they were like, "Oh, let's just give him another shot of lidocaine." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's probably a good idea."
Oh God.
Um and then she couldn't get the sample the second time.
Ugh.
So they called in a bunch of other doctors. And the thing is, I needed to pull like my shorts down a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
like I just have an ass cheek hanging out and she's calling more doctors in to like get this sample, and I'm like, really? You're gonna call more doctors in with my
That's
ass
so
just
bad.
hanging
Oh
out?
my God.
And I was like, all right. Um but it was so painful, dude. I'm telling
Oh,
you,
I
like
can only imagine. That's probably
oh,
awful. Ugh.
it was bad. And
Jeez.
then funny enough, I had to get a biopsy,
Yeah.
which wasn't as bad, but it was in my neck. It
Mm.
was right here. It was in this side. Wasn't as bad as the bone marrow.
Oh,
Not at
that
all.
makes sense. Yeah.
They gave me one shot of lidocaine, and the dude went
They gave you
in
what?
and he the one shot of the lidocaine, one shot. Got it. Took me a minute. Um. So yeah, they gave me one shot of lidocaine, and then he went in with the needle to take
Mm-hmm.
obviously um, the pieces of the lymph node,
Oh, okay.
because we needed to figure out if it was Hodgkin's or non-Hodgkin's. That
Mm-hmm.
way they could determine what kind of chemo to give me and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because Hodgkin's is only the upper half of your body, so like from the waist up
Mm-hmm.
is where all the lymph nodes can sit.
Non-Hodgkin.
Non-Hodgkin's is full body. You could have it in your legs, you could have it in
Oh,
your feet, you could have it everywhere.
gotcha.
So and non-Hodgkin's is a little more less curable. Like the rate is
Yeah.
lower. So me and my family have been saying I got the good of the bad.
Yeah.
It's a funny thing that we just say because of the circumstances and everything.
Yeah.
But but they were like when I went in, they had the little fucking like the ultrasound thingy. They're like, you
Mm-hmm.
can watch it on the screen. I'm like, no, I'm gonna fucking close my eyes. Like,
I
I
don't
don't want
blame
to
you.
watch the needle
Yeah,
being moved
no, I'm
around in my
good.
skin.
I wouldn't want to see that shit. No,
And
thanks.
then
Oof.
the thing was is the thing was though, the needle that he uses obviously is a
Mm-hmm.
specific type of thing. So all you hear is when he took the first sample, he was like, all you heard was like,
Ugh.
and then just wait, and then he goes, and it takes a bit of the sample. It takes a bit of the
Oh.
lymph node. So the first time he did it, I thought I died. I thought he literally just like shot me. I didn't know what the fuck that was because like I felt it like all in my
Yeah.
like throat too, and I was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
So that was interesting, and he had to do that 5 more times.
Ugh.
He wanted to take
Jeez.
6 samples, so he did the first one. I gotta say, I mean, it got better obviously because I expected it every time I heard that. And then I was like, all
No
right, brace
warning.
yourself. I was like, brace yourself.
Yeah.
So that was that. And then I have you might be able to, if I just do it through the shirt. Yeah, see that? That is what is called a port. that's what they do. They plug me in right here for chemo. They stick the needle right in here. That goes directly to like one of my veins here. Um, and I guess it just I don't really know why, because not everybody gets the port.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so my doctor obviously recommended it and we got
Mm-hmm.
it. Um, I don't know exactly why they recommend the port. Maybe because it gets to your bloodstream faster. I
Yeah.
don't really know because
No
there are
idea.
people there that just do normal IVs and I've seen
Yeah.
it. Um, so but port's good. It works well. Actually, yesterday when I was at chemo, I was looking down at it, and my nurse
Yeah.
was like, "Can you look up, please?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sorry," because I
Oh,
was
jeez.
pinching the vein,
Yeah.
and they were trying to get it's called blood return to make sure the port's working
Mm-hmm.
well, so they can obviously pump all the medicine in. And I was like, "Oh yeah, sorry." I was like, "Yeah." So I lifted my head up and she got the blood return and then we were good to go. And then every time like she wanted to check it, I was like just looking up to make sure everything was going
Yeah.
well. Um, but then do you want to talk about your situation a little bit? What happened with
And
you, Mister
oh,
Mister Big Man over
yeah.
here?
So yeah, I started my New Year's resolution for 2024 was to start going back to the gym because I haven't gone since July. And pretty much I started going back, like doing exactly what I used to do, and maybe even a little bit more right away. So the first 3 days I did arms, chest, and legs. And I guess I supersetted a lot of it. So I did way too much too quickly, and I completely destroyed the muscle in my right arm. So I had muscle breakdown, which is also known as rhabdomyolysis or myelitis. And pretty much my arm, the muscle which broke down in my forearm here, um, it released a chemical into my bloodstream, or a protein they called it, um, which is really bad for my liver and my kidneys. So I was in the hospital for 3.5 days, just getting flushed with IVs, just trying to flush all of it out. So my best friend for that 3.5 days was the bathroom. I was just peeing every 10 minutes. It was awful.
Yeah, that doesn't
But
sound fun.
no, it was not very fun. But they had me on the what's it called, with all the same floor as all the other kids, because
Oh, okay.
the adult floor was all full. So they're like, yeah,
Oh,
just put this guy with all the kids, like he's non-combative. um so I'm like, okay, cool, like
you're
it was
not just gonna
nice.
start wrecking 5-year-olds.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I'm good, like I won't make it very long. I'll maybe run through one kid, then I have to pee, but like,
Yeah, exactly. They'll catch you
but
real quick.
yeah. But no, I've been pretty good now.
Get through one kid.
I'm still peeing a lot, every now and then, but I still have to drink a lot
Good
of
to
fluids
know.
just to get my numbers down. But they've been pretty good for a few weeks, so I'm in good shape at the moment. So trying to
Now,
get back to the gym,
do you go
but
back to the hospital for them to check your numbers, or do you
no,
go to
I
a
just go
doctor?
like get blood work done at the doctor's office. But
Gotcha.
yeah, just trying to get back to the gym in another couple weeks, but we'll see how it goes. Trying to build up
Yeah.
muscle again. My muscles in both my arms after that were completely destroyed. Like I
Well,
had nothing.
that's the thing with me. Like I feel weaker, but like
Yeah.
not too weak.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel like there's some stuff that I just wanna. I
Yeah.
can't obviously I can't like go lifting or I can't go to the gym, but I
Yeah,
can like
understandable.
walk and
Mm-hmm.
do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I know it's not your movie content that you hoped, but we can run through some movie content that we or let's say movie news at
Yeah.
least.
There's
Um,
there's a lot of news going around, especially with Madam Web coming
Madam
out.
Web fucking sucks apparently.
Yeah, apparently it's the one of the
Did
worst
you see it?
movies ever made. No, I didn't see it, but I actually watched Morbius the other night, so I can compare the two when I go and see Madam Web.
I haven't watched
I finally
Morbius
got through
still.
and watched Morbius. It's pretty bad. It is pretty
Yeah,
bad. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
I watched me and my girlfriend watched Killers of the Flower Moon with DiCaprio and
Oh, I
Robert
want to
De
see that still. I
Niro.
haven't watched it.
It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so long.
Is it really?
3.5 hours. It is, yeah.
Jesus
It
Christ.
and
That's terrible.
and Jason and Justin, the guys who we had on
Yeah.
for Vanilla Sky, um, Justin saw it and he said that it was very good, and then Jason saw it later and he was like, "It was a good movie, just didn't need to be that long." And I completely
Mm-hmm.
agree with Jason because it was very interesting and it told the story very well.
Yeah.
It just could have been shorter.
I'm sure there's a lot of movies that are like that. I haven't seen it, so I don't really know. I don't have any comments on it, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. But yeah.
It was just like an interesting historical movie, honestly.
Yeah.
I have to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, it's based on true events.
That's
I
what
don't
I
want to
heard.
say it's
Yeah.
based I don't want to say it's based on a true story because it's never it's never based on a true story. It's based on true
True
events.
events.
Like
Yeah.
like like Cocaine Bear is based on true
Yeah.
events.
Yeah. I know.
Blow
So
me.
stupid. I know.
Make a good story. Make a good like I don't what do you call them? They're not auto what do you I guess just an accurate true story movie. I don't there's
Biopic?
like a yeah, that's it. Biopic.
Yeah. Okay.
I couldn't think of it.
Like the Elvis movie or Bohemian Rhapsody, movies like that.
Wasn't a fan of the Elvis movie, like I said.
I
Was
liked
not
it.
a
It was
fan.
okay. It wasn't great, but
But now
you know.
everything's coming out with an Elvis movie. Like
Yeah,
there's
no.
Elvis everything now.
Yeah.
Did you see the fucking sorry, off topic, but did you see the conspiracy on TikTok about how
About
Elvis is still alive? He's
what through the quote unquote twin brother that like
no, no, no,
died or
no,
something
no.
like that.
It's I want to see I might not be able to find it on my TikTok cuz it was a while ago, but
I don't know if I heard about
um
that.
Elvis. Yeah, Bob Joyce, that's the guy.
Oh
So
yeah,
like
yeah, I did hear about
apparently
that.
yeah, so apparently this guy sings exactly like Elvis,
Yeah.
and people are saying that he's still alive.
A little bit.
He does. He sounds a lot like him, honestly.
Yeah.
He, he
You
really
can definitely make the
does.
argument, but
Yeah. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, people are saying that Elvis faked his death. He's now
Hmm.
Bob Joyce. Um, and yeah. So, but
Who knows what the hell to
whatever.
believe, to be honest.
Yeah. There's no way to. What are they gonna do? Fucking DNA test him?
Well, I
No.
thought they did, no?
I don't know.
From what I read, I thought they did. But like I
Mm,
said, who knows it?
yeah.
But yeah.
Um, so Madam Web, apparently terrible, completely
Yeah,
dog shit. We got a huge trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine, which
that's gonna be
I
so
am
fun. I really
so
can't wait.
excited for. I'm
Yeah.
so excited for. And then we got the announcement for the Fantastic Four cast. I
Yeah.
honestly,
Based in the '60s.
I don't think it's a terrible casting.
I don't
I
love
really
it, but
don't.
like I don't know who I would have had in place of them, to be honest. So we just have to
Right.
wait and see.
Like
But I think it'll be cool.
I think
Just take your time and really like get into the nitty gritty, like all the fine details. Make sure it's gonna be really good.
exactly. And I think I can only think of him as cousin from
Yeah.
the bear.
Cause
Um I think he's going to do a great job. He's a
I think he's gonna
phenomenal
be good,
actor.
yeah.
He was already in The Punisher,
Yeah.
the
Who did he play in The
season
Punisher though?
1. His name was uh, I don't
Yeah, that's all right.
he had a code name, but um
Gotcha.
a lot of people don't like the Pedro casting. I think Pedro's not the
He
right
doesn't
casting,
yeah.
but I think he's going to do a good job,
I'm sure
obviously.
he'll still do a really good job. He just doesn't look
Yeah,
like the typical Mr. Fantastic. That's all
right,
it is. But like I said, I'm sure he's gonna do a great job. It's
right.
Disney, so
And,
of course they love Pedro.
and obviously we all wanted to see Adam Driver, but Adam Driver was not going to join another
I
franchise.
thought it would have been so cool though.
It would have been great, but he's not going to be a franchise
Yeah, another one.
actor anymore,
Yeah,
especially after how Star Wars did.
yeah, I know. But I think speaking of Mr. Fantastic, John Krasinski, everyone's favorite. They wanted him to be,
Yeah. Oh
Mr.
yeah.
Fantastic again. He had another movie trailer come out for A Quiet Place Day One, which looks so cool. It's essentially like a separate story, but from the beginning of when all like the accident and the meteors come down with all the creatures.
I
So it
didn't
looks really
watch
really
either of
interesting.
them. I watched like half of
Really?
the first one.
Oh, I thought it was really fun. Both of them. I liked it. So I'm
And
excited to
then
see this one.
there's also the movie he's directing, If, which looks
Mm-hmm.
funny with
Yeah,
Steve
no.
Carell and
Yeah.
isn't I think Ryan Reynolds has a part in it. It looks very fun. I gotta say.
Yeah, no, he does. Definitely.
Um, it looks very funny.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Um,
I think it'll be pretty good.
and then Disney also just fucking dropped like a shit ton of bombs on us one day, and
Well, with the
like
Fortnite collab?
the same day, but the
Yeah.
same day they dropped like the Moana 2 like little teaser.
Yeah.
They dropped Toy Story 5,
Mm-hmm.
um, obviously Inside Out, Elio. It was a bunch of stuff that they just kind of
Yeah,
threw
all at
at
once.
us all at once. Yeah. Um, but Disney's Disney. You would think they would have waited till like a con or something.
Like D23. I don't know when that really is, but
I
they usually do it
Yeah,
then.
I was gonna say either D23 or Comic Con San Diego, or
Like
but
split it up between a
that's
little
not
bit.
until the summer,
Yeah,
really.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess their marketing team thought different, but who knows?
I
You'll be
think they
honest.
just needed like a saving grace. They needed something.
Yeah.
Um, Especially with the firing of that woman that was running the Star
Oh,
Wars,
yeah, no.
the director. Honestly,
Yeah.
thank God. Thank God.
Yeah. Well, who knows what's gonna happen with Star Wars, but
Yeah.
people who need saving is Sony because they're gonna be screwed.
Oh, did you hear there's a Mandalorian game? And did you see my text?
No, I didn't see that one. No.
Oh, dude, I sent it to
Oh,
you.
I'll have to look at
It's
that.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be like same gameplay as the Cal
Battlefield.
Kestis the Cal Kestis
Oh,
ones.
really? Oh, I love those are so fun.
Yeah,
I didn't even get the second one, but yeah.
I didn't either, but I want to, but I know I'm not gonna
Hmm.
play through it
Yeah,
because I
that's
don't
why I
have
didn't get the
time.
second one.
Because I don't have time.
Yeah, I know. That's
But
how I
yeah,
felt too, though. But
yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean that's most of the movie news that's been out recently, and the news with us pretty much. Um, I'm doing better. I'm doing a lot better. I'm eating more. I'm gaining some of that weight back.
hmm
Don't want to gain all of it back because that was unhealthy,
yeah,
but I do want to gain a bit back because I
you
was
want to look more
looking
like yourself.
exactly.
Yeah,
And I can already
understandable.
see it in my face a little bit, which
Yeah,
I'm happy
definitely. You
about.
look so much different.
Hmm.
So
And the thing was, is I looked at myself in the last episode that we put out, and then, obviously you see yourself and you're like, shit
yeah,
has
of
happened.
course.
You're like, you know, you start to think, but I'm good. My spirits are good, and
That's
everything's
good.
good. Just your support,
Yeah,
seeing all your
exactly.
support would just, obviously make my day a little better. But that's it. That's all I'm asking for. Thank you for all that stuck around, even though we haven't been posting.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
but yeah,
So yeah, thank you guys for all the support. Leave Vinny some support in the comments down below. But you guys know our socials. One Shot Movie Podcast official on Instagram. And the rest will be down below for you guys.
yeah,
And
I forgot about that. That's my bad.
yeah, but but that's a wrap.
You're now tuned in to the One Shot Podcast hosted by Vincent and Johnny.
This show contains movie spoilers, R-rated content, and Hollywood's hottest takes on movies old and new.
Listen at your own risk.